gobbles. Yeah. That was up to the top right.
So I was going to hunt my second bird in New Jersey. I set my blind up between where they were roosting and where they were heading. I had seen birds out in the afternoon in this field. I was on a travel route between them. So I set up on this travel route and I called in 2 gobblers on the first day. Now I set my blind on a hillside so I had some height advantage and I could have good visibility. Now they started coming, they really weren't interested, it seemed like, in my decoy. Maybe they weren't heavily into breeding yet. It was still early in the season. They worked their way in and fed their way towards the decoy, but really wanted nothing to do with it. Now I have this decoy that I have on a pull string where I can pull the string and the decoy moves. I always found that movement will attract the birds. Unfortunately, it didn't really attract them. It spooked them a bit. They kind of worked their way on a ridge behind me and just hammered gobbling, never came back down to the decoy. So my next day in, I changed out the decoy to a breeding hen. Did call in a hen. She kind of pecked around my decoy and then went on her way. I did have some deer come in, and this is a big thing that I always practice scent control while I'm turkey hunting. It's only because I'm hunting out of a stationary blind, and I've always had this situation where deer come through. Deer blows, there's no chance a gobbler's gonna show up. They always count on a deer's nose before they'll walk in. If they hear a deer blow, they know there's danger, they won't come in. So I always practice scent control, and unfortunately for me, I still didn't see any gobblers that day. Did get my shot, got the bird, he went off a ways, I found him, recovered him that day, and took a second bird in New Jersey. This bird came in this morning, he was with another bird, both 2-year-olds, came in, did not react to my decoy at all, fed their way through, I got the shot was a little back, I watched the other bird walk off, and I knew he was down, but I gave him a little time. Just a real nice bird, not much in the way of spurs, but real nice beard on him. Great bird, real happy to have taken him.
Turkey season, you know, it's one of my favorite things to hunt, not only because of the bird itself, but because of the chase aspect. Turkey hunting, it's such a cat and mouse game. You know, you think you have them figured out and then you don't. These birds, you know, they're so weary, they're so instinctual, they have so many different things that they're paying attention to, especially when mating season comes around. Something that just stand out to me is being able to outsmart those birds and knowing what calls to make and when and what means what. So one of the great things about turkey hunting for me is it runs in my blood. It's in my family's tradition. Every season my grandfather and I, we manage properties for birds, and we just can't wait to get out there on May 1st. So my grandfather and I, we've worked on a few properties that we've managed for birds, and we have some awesome grounds. These birds, they get fired up every spring, and we just can't wait to get out there and get after these birds on the opening day of turkey season. So it's a perfect New York morning in the turkey woods. You know, the birds are chirping, it's a crisp, quiet morning, and it's super, super foggy. It's kind of eerie looking, to be honest, but hey, what do you take? It's turkey season, we're gonna get it done. So my grandfather and I, we get to this first property, and we start working our way towards the edge of this field. My grandfather says to me, we might as well make a call before we break the edge. That way, in case there's anything out there, you know, it won't see us. So I make a first call over this edge of this field, and wouldn't you know, within seconds we had an answer. This bird was hot, and this bird was heavy. I make a few more calls. Sounds like this bird disappeared. I can't tell where it went. Next thing you know, my grandpa looks at me, I look up, here comes this bird, 20 yards, it's coming in close. It's now or never. So my grandfather, he looks back at me, I'm running the camera, he's running the shotgun. He makes sure that I'm good, I make sure that he's good. That bird steps right between this notch and this tree, my grandfather makes the shot, and it was a perfect, perfect kill. My grandpa, he was so ecstatic to kill this bird, he was almost in tears.
I think he saw something, but he made that one more step, and it made all the difference in the world. Perfect. 18 yards.
Way to do it.
Perfect. Perfect. Nice bird. Nice bird.
You know, one of the beauties about turkey hunting that I'll touch on is it's been in my blood for as long as I can remember. Turkey was probably the first thing that I've ever hunted, and it was the first animal that I've ever taken with a gun. Turkey hunting is such an experience, not only just from the cat and mouse game that the chase brings itself, but the family aspect that you can have within turkey hunting, at least the family aspect that I had within turkey hunting. You know, I can't imagine a turkey season going without hunting with my grandfather, hunting with family, hunting with, you know, people who I love, and sharing that tradition with others. Being able to go after these birds in their natural habitat in the home state of New York is something that, you know, really touches home to me, and it's something that I am beyond blessed to be able to do every spring.
Thank you, grandson. I don't even have to call anymore. Leave your gun in the car all the time, would you?
So this is the one time I leave my gun in the truck the whole time this season. And sure enough, we get no more than 100 yards out. We parked the truck right here in the edge of the field too. And this bird just hammered right there. That's unbelievable. Look at that. That's just a...
That was a nice morning. Happy bird.
Yeah.
There's two. Right, left.
One morning I hooked up with my buddy Andrew Noble. He's a licensed guide here in New York State. So that one morning when I went out with Andrew Noble, and we brought his client out, and I recorded the whole hunt.
That was up to the top right.
That was over there.
You still got a bird play.
Mm-hmm.
He's coming right in. Yeah. He's gonna pop right up over this roller right here, bud, so just be ready. That's almost killed him. Nice.
It's fun for me to get out in the field and give other people the opportunity to experience our success rate of being in the field, watching these birds, watching the interactions, roosting the birds the night before, and just giving them the whole entire experience. It's just as fun for me to be a part of that than it is to actually be hunting.
Where's his buddy? He needs strength and number.
we had a wolf pack of jakes come in.
Just for my own learning, like this many jakes sticking around, does that kind of kill the chance of a longbeard?
Yes. Could those longbeards do a rotation again and come right back through? Absolutely. But there's a good chance that they went across the road and the jakes are over here and they ain't gonna get back together.
Nice shot when I had a bud.
It was just so much fun to have that experience with a novice hunter and watching him roll over his first bird. It was a jake. I'm cool with it. If he's happy, I'm happy. Noble was happy, and it was a lot of fun.
That was awesome. What a fun little show.
Jonathan here, he's a new hunter, and we talked about, first come, first serve, first legal bird, and he was totally excited when that whole wolf pack of jakes came in. It was a lot of fun for me, it was a lot of fun for Andrew and the client. So we let him loose. Andrew gave him the okay, and rest is history for the guy. He's super happy, we're happy for him. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Each year, as the days grow longer and winter turns into spring, nearly 100,000 hunters venture into the forests of the northeastern United States in pursuit of eastern turkeys.
This past May, I had a great time turkey hunting, and not just out in the field, but the camaraderie with good friends, good family, spending time out there.
Andy and I got eyes on a bird out in this field and we split the difference. I'm gonna start calling. Andy's gonna follow up. We're gonna try to tag team this bird. Hopefully one of us gets a shot on him. And those were white-tailed deer behind my shoulder. All right, well, hopefully that didn't screw things up. Oh, yeah.
Wow, there's a big bird in there.
That was a lot of vocals. I think Andy and I were just playing ping pong between them, back and forth, and I don't care, that was fun. I just got a bird to strike from way far away. Just cutting some distance right now. Gonna try to get to the point of this block of woods. I think he's out in the middle of this field. He was a ways off, but there's not a lot of cover between him and I, so I'm gonna stay in this wood block. Hopefully he's coming this way, or I'll make him.
I heard that faint gobble and just cut the distance on them and just got to the edge of the field, threw out a few calls, and
Yes. Gobbles.
faint gobble off in the distance, and it was so cool to have Mother Nature help me out on this one. Crows landed right above me. They'd talk, I'd talk. And then those birds just shock gobbled their whole way in. That was a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun. I worked hard this season. That was my first good impact shot on camera this season. The whole self-filming game is hard. It is really, really hard. And to orchestrate something like this for success, and those birds literally walked into my lap after a few soft calls, it is so gratifying. And even better yet, today's May 31st, last day of the season, and I'm tagged out.
So this year I had another eventful turkey season here in the Northeast, but I did start to notice that I'm seeing less birds than I usually see. I just haven't seen a lot of young poults. I'm wondering if it's something to do with predators taking out the eggs, if it's some disease these turkey are coming down with, but I'm seeing less numbers than I normally have. It's making it more and more difficult to take my bow into the turkey woods, where you might have to take a shotgun and go after these birds where you hear a gobble and go to that instead of set with a blind. I'm not really sure what's happening. Again, it was just an incredible turkey season here in the Northeast, and so thankful to be able to do it.